Hey everybody, it's Darren Tunstall, and today we are talking about lead generation, specifically about the sphere of influence. And today's dialogue is called Staying Top of Mind with Your Sphere. And I'll go ahead and get this set up. In this scenario, you focus on staying in touch with your sphere of influence, or we also call that SOI. And this is to remain top of mind when they or someone they know wants to sell a home while establishing a friendly conversation and building rapport with potential sellers. The intention is to engage the SOI in a conversation that allows you to stay connected and potentially identify new homes selling opportunities. I'm absolutely kicking myself. And the reason why is because I forgot to hit record. I can't believe it. Um, it was such an amazing conversation. And the reason why I wanted to come back and re-record this conversation is because we talked about sphere of influence, SOI. And SOI is gold. It's where your business should come from. And most, if you're brand new in the business, it should be where one of your first two, three, four deals come from. It's also going to be where your referrals come from. And I just wanted to do a quick recap on what the team discussed today. There were quite a few things. And in the dialogue, I guess I could read it uh, really quickly. But that would be, I mean, the agents, well, maybe I'll break it down. You know what? I'll do this. Here's how it starts. Hi, so and so. It's Darren Tunstall. How have you been? And then in parentheses, we have use Ford. And Ford is an acronym for Family Occupation Recreation Dreams. And I want to pause right here because what happened during the episode, I brought everybody out. Well, what I normally do is I break everyone out into breakout rooms into twos or threes, and then I bring everyone back for a quick discussion. And the reason why I brought everyone back was because I realized that people were just sort of glossing right over that Ford, family, occupation, recreation, dreams. And then the next line was, I'm great. Thanks for asking. I've been busy helping clients buy and sell homes in our area. Speaking of which, have you or anyone you know mentioned or anybody interested in selling their home lately? So what they did was hey, how you doing? Do you want to buy or sell or invest? And they completely glossed over the Ford. And I feel like I needed to get this out to all of you who are listening because this acronym is so important. And Ford it means family, occupation, recreation, dreams. And what I like to do is imagine on someone's forehead when I'm talking to them that acronym. So I'll look at their forehead and I'll see Ford. But if I run out of things to say, right, I could say, hey, how's the family? How's the job? What are you doing for fun these days? Seems like you're working a lot. Have you gone on vacation? If you were to go, where would you go? That's dreams. I want to also make a point that it's really easy to fall in the trap of thinking only forward. What am I going to say next? Because what are you doing if you are just constantly thinking about what you're going to say next? And I'm sure you're thinking about it. You're probably not listening, right? So I just wanted to make sure that we all understood that Ford, family, occupation, recreation, dreams, this is a technique in your conversations with your clients, your sphere of influence that you can have, and it makes the conversation so much easier. But we're going to take it a step further too. We also wrap up the conversation with Ford. Okay. We because what we it's called the Ford sandwich. So you start out with something a little bit of personal about them, you go into a little bit of business, and then at the end you wrap up with Ford as well. There's also one more acronym that I like to talk about too. We didn't talk about it too much in this dialogue, but I think it's worth mentioning. Wait. It's also another acronym, WAIT, and wait means why am I talking? If you find yourself talking a lot, do the forward method on the forehead and put wait there, WAIT. Why am I talking? Because really, we want to get the audience or the person that you're talking to responding to you. And we do that through asking questions, open-ended questions. How open are you to, who, what, when, why, where, and how, things like that. We discussed this kind of silence using weight for long-term relationships. And it also can handle any kind of awkwardness of silences in general. See, that was weird, right? All right. So maintaining that SOI connection and follow-up is absolutely critical. Barbara had talked about she just got two brand new listings, and Barbara also discussed a new buyer that just called her yesterday. And I asked her, who are these people? Where did they come from? She's like, SOI. And we had Amanda who was saying it kind of feels a little funny to call my SOI. And it just comes out of practice. And what I love, Barbara talked about was when you're making phone calls, intentionally decide on the type of call that you're going to make. Is it going to be a personal call or is it going to be a business call? Hey, Barbara, this is Darren. This is a personal call, and I just wanted to check in with you and see how you're doing. I saw this flyer. There was something on it. It made me immediately think of you. And I thought, you know what? This is something Barbara would love. So I'm going to call her and ask her if this is something that I can, if it's okay that I send this to her. So you made a personal touch. On the other hand, Barbara also, had the example as, hey, Darren, this is Barbara. Just reaching out. This is a business call. And I wanted to share some things that I'm doing this month for all of my previous clients and future clients. I'm doing valuation reports. It's an annual time of the year. I think everybody should do an annual checkup on the value of their home. Is that something, or let me rephrase that. How open are you to getting an annual checkup on the worth of your home, on the value of your home? So you're coming from a place of contribution, you're identifying it as a business call or a personal call. What else do we have here? Vacation plans. Well, we talked about that. Family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Maintaining your strong sphere of influence. A personal business call or strategy. We already talked about those. Those are the primary things. I'm going to put this, I'm going to put this, it's called a meeting summary. So I have a meeting summary. Basically, it's the transcript of the conversation, but I'll go ahead and put this in the notes. And if you want to download it and just read through some of the ideas in here that we discussed, I think it's well worth listening to and or reading through it. I think it's well worth reading through it so that you can see some of the different techniques and strategies that we used in this. And I think you're going to really, really like it. So I apologize for not getting the recording out to you, but I felt like this conversation was a very much needed conversation to talk about sphere of influence, the importance of follow up, and it's all in there. So, you know, take a listen. And by the way, if anyone wants to join in and be a participant in our live dialogue practice, come on over. It's fun. You get to meet new people. It's a place to practice, right? We're not practicing on our clients, we're practicing here. And believe me, we have a lot of fun. So, anyways, I hope this helps and go lead generate. Talk to you soon. Bye.